Hi, I'm Nikhil. I play the guitar and I sing for the band.
Hi, I'm Carl. I play the bass for the band.
I'm Dhaval and I play the fool. I sing.
I'm Bhanu and I play the guitar.
I'm Srijan and I play the drums for Half Step Down.
We're Half Step Down. In 2005, I think Srijan and I formed this band. We had a bunch of other guys, friends of ours from college and different other friends who were playing music with us back in the day. But today's lineup, of course, is slightly different from when we formed in 2005. And back then when we formed, I think we were generally we wanted to take our music interests more seriously. We didn't know exactly which direction to go, so we thought we'll start Half Step Down and take it from there. And now here we are.
We tune our guitars half a step lower than the normal tuning, hence the name Half Step Down.
We tune our guitar half step down instead of lower, you know, that works. And thus we're called Half Step Down. And of course, these guys have a funny story as to why else we're called Half.
Funny story, it's the truth.
Oh, okay. What is it?
So the fact is that our dear vocalist can't sing high enough.
Hi. Well, yeah, they say that. So we tune our guitars half step down, so we're called Half Step Down, and plus the HSD bit kind of sticks. And that's a cool acronym to have. I think everybody knows us in the circuit now as HSD, and that's what we've become. I don't think we have a genre, so to speak. We started off consciously as a blues rock band, but over the years I think we're a everything rock band because we play reggae, we play blues, we play funk, we play rock and roll. We don't really play any metal, but I'm sure everybody's influences kind of come in. We decided that, you know, whatever music we are writing, I think becomes our music, so we shouldn't really, you know, classify it in terms of sound. But broadly speaking, you will hear lots of melody, harmonies, tight rhythm, groove sections, and lots of guitar solos. We're very old school like that.
I think at the end of the day, the sound that has finally evolved after all these years is now like a HSD sound. I mean, if I can be proud enough to call it that.
I think we can go for it.
But yeah, like I think the only reason why that has happened is because there are actually no rules on what we can do and what we can't do. Like we do all sorts of silly things which we like to do, and I think that's what makes it what we do. For example, a bass player doesn't like low end.
You know, have you ever heard of a bass player who says, "Hey man, I don't like low end. You know, why'd you become a bass player, buddy?" But yeah. So our bass player plays high end. Our guitar player plays treble guitar, and I supposedly don't sing, as they said. So yeah, we have a lot of fun. But yeah, it's basically rock and roll. Easy. We could have answered that much quicker by saying rock and roll. But yeah. First show was what, 14th August 2005. That was our first professional show. We played at a place called Cafe Morrison in New Delhi, and luckily a lot of our friends came out to support it, and
everybody came.
Everybody we knew basically came for that show, so we did well in that show, and thus we were born as such. But some very memorable shows are definitely Goa, Bits Pilani Goa, many years ago. That was,
iRock Bombay.
iRock Bombay was a very interesting show for us because you will know about the iRock crowd. You know, it's a fairly hostile crowd to bands which are not playing loud, let's say metal music. If you're not playing metal music, they're very hostile, but surprisingly nice they were to us. They were surprisingly nice, and we tried to...
We had the good vibes, man.
We had the good vibes. Yeah, we spread love, peace, things like that. But yeah, there's been crazy shows. GIR has been fun. We played Launchpad. We did a lot of stupidity on Launchpad many years ago. We didn't take Launchpad as seriously as a vehicle. Like, you know, we didn't think that it was as important as it might have been, and we had a lot of fun. Recently, we toured with Harley. We were the Harley Rock Riders for this season, and we toured the country with that. So that's been great. We did a crazy show in Talcadera Stadium with about 5,000-6,000 people where on my first jump in the first song I broke the ramp. So, you know, now it was like every time I jumped I didn't know whether I was going to go through the stage or whether I was going to be still singing, so surprisingly it held on. We have a very interesting live gig coming up which we're pretty kicked about. We're playing in Jaisalmer, this festival called Rajasthan, and it's from the 16th of 18th of November, and it's supposedly a World Heritage Site where they're setting up the stage between two sand dune banks. Yeah. So we're going to be right in the middle of the desert, camping out and playing music, which should be fairly exciting.
You streak through the sky, you light up my eye, as I try to forget you again.
Overtures in Outer Space was Half Step Down's debut album, and we released it in 2009. And it was our debut album, our labor of love, and it's kind of special to us because, of course, it was our debut album. It had 9 tracks on it, and it was produced with Gaurav Chintamani and Siddhant Mathur at Quarter Note Studios, and it was we distributed it independently.
So many lectures away, you're just so blue, camera, which I say.
There's another song in the album called Rollover. Now this is slightly interesting because back in the day we had a keyboard player and the album, in the recorded version in the album, our keyboard player who has written this song has played it, and it's based around the keyboard basically, based around the piano part. So just very recently we guys have decided to rearrange it and do a guitar version of it, a slightly slowed down acoustic version, and I think we'll play that. As you've fallen from grace, roll over, baby, roll over, baby, roll over, baby, now. Roll with me, baby, roll with me, baby, roll with me somehow. Say, roll. Working Hour is one of the newer tracks on the last album that we put out, so no longer really new. It's a song that basically speaks about it's this transition period in your life where you're having a lot of fun, no responsibilities, in college, getting drunk, having good time, to leaving college and then getting jobs, wearing suits and ties, going to offices, something that we do not identify with at all. As you can see, we're big bums and we like to dress like this, and thus we wrote a song about that, and that's called Working Hour.
Meetings matters in times and towers, cigarette breaks and working hours. Meetings matters in times and towers, and cigarette breaks and working hours. Why can't I take this all away from me?
We're very lazy. We're not very motivated, and yeah, so it's taken us a long time, but finally in 2012 we have started work on our second album, and we're very excited about that. We're working with 2 new guys who have not worked on the previous album, so their influences, their styles, their way of playing is coming into the album. There's some funk which is typically Carl, you know, bassline driven funk pop, tuck 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 kind of stuff. There's some slightly bluesy stuff that Bhanu's put out. There's very structured and smart stuff that Nikhil's writing. Even I've written a song, and like, you know, the Beatles did Drive My Car with Ringo, but I don't think we can do that with you yet. So Srijan doesn't have any one song that he's going to sing just yet. But yeah, and one of the songs that we've been playing, the first single from the album, is going to be Rabbit Hole. Yeah, let's say a trip gone bad. Yeah, so check it out. fixing a hole in my garden today. Only problem is the sun won't come out to play. My throat is dry and my head all right, but it's still I got a try, but my life goes by and I really don't know what to say. Am I in too deep or too much creep? But I'm starting to weep and I still I can't sleep, but I really don't know what to say. We've just started work on the new album and tentatively called Notes from the Antidote, but you never know with us, it could change. I know it's going to have more than 9 songs. What we're trying to do is, we're hoping to get to record, luckily what we have now is our own studio because Srijan has opened a small studio which is growing bigger by the day, and we're hoping to record 15-20 songs and then choose 10 to 12 that we put onto the album. This time we're trying a newer approach because we're doing a lot more work in the studio as compared to doing it live and then bringing it to the studio.
I think ArtistAloud is another great platform for indie musicians because I think it's the first of its kind in India where artists can upload their songs, they can sell their songs, and the artist actually gets a decent share of the revenue. And beyond that also, they have, I've worked with them for a long time, and I think their webcast concept is just brilliant.
Yeah, that's very cool.
I think, you have like one gig in Delhi, and we played a gig recently at Hard Rock Cafe, and we could tell people in Bangalore to just watch the gig, and it's as if you've got the stage to them, to their computer screen. And it's really great, And
it's not only about telling friends and families and fans, this can really help bands in reaching big festivals, foreign, if I want to go play a festival in Norway, I can't really go there to drop my CD and make him show my that thing here. Now, if I could give him this link, a festival promoter in Norway, even though I don't want to play a festival in Norway, I'd rather play it in London or wherever. But I have that option now, which makes it very cool for a band. And plus, we get requests from fans from different cities that why aren't you coming to play a show here? And it's not in our hands because it depends on the organizers. So this is another way of we can give to people who want to listen to our music. We can give it to them by giving them these links. So the webcast thing is very cool. Of course, it also supports all profiles and distribution outlets and things like that, which is all. So integrated platform automatically makes it probably one of the better around.